Hello guys and welcome back by a new daily update video. Today we're gonna discuss all these kind of charts and a major trade opportunity and a trade chance I talked about yesterday. Huge liquidations in the market and also we predicted this yesterday. So let's dive right away into the charts. Yesterday we talked about the sideways price action we had, and yesterday we had such an exciting day for the weekend. On Sunday, the volatility index was very low and it pumped up pretty high, and the volume also went into the market, and we saw a pump dump again and a pump again and a dump afterwards. But what's important to know right now is you're still not breaking out of this consolidation period. We didn't saw a clear breakout. It was more like a fake out, which we will talk about later because the liquidations were above here. So, which is pretty important to keep in mind is that we didn't break. So we're still between these lines, and yeah, we didn't choose a side to trade on, which for me, if you had a fake out towards the upside, it's most likely to go to the lower side, maybe scoop some liquidity up there, and then maybe go up before. But this is not the best thing you want to see here. So keep in mind you're still in this consolidation period, and we had a fake out towards the upside, which maybe could signal to a liquidity grab towards the downside, or maybe a start of the move towards the downside. So that is what happened yesterday on Sunday. Then also, we talked about this yesterday, and that was this wedge, this momentum squeeze here. And I talked about this yesterday. If we break out towards the upside and we come back towards the downside, you can trade this one towards the upside or the other side around. And exactly that did happen. We broke out towards the upside and we retested it perfectly here, and this was your entry point. Your stop loss should be below that low, and we pumped towards the upside, and it was good for a 2.5 risk to reward. So either you had a TP or you would have set your trade break even. So we predicted it exactly. And also what we talked about yesterday is the liquidity building up above here, and that is exactly what we took out. So you traded the liquidity grab towards the upside, and this was a really nice chance and trade we discussed here live on the channel. So please make sure to follow me here and also follow me on X, because we talk about these charts every single day and we talk about these opportunities every single day. So if you have followed me here, you wouldn't miss this move and you would make a nice amount of money. Also, which we talked about yesterday, is the Ethereum chart. Exactly as we predicted it, we saw a head and shoulders pattern here, and the neckline we have broken. As we can see in yesterday's video here, we saw that the price was moving around to 2500. What I talked about is a retest of the neckline and then a move down. So this was before everything happened. What did we saw yesterday? It was around here when I recorded the video. We pumped exactly to the neckline and then had a move down. I talked about this 2 days ago, which the trade was like this. This was also a 3 risk to reward ratio towards the downside you would have taken if you have followed me on YouTube or on X. So we gave live signals right here because I drawed literally what I wanted to see yesterday, and this is what happened. So please make sure to follow me and never miss a move again, because this is literally free money I gave you if you would have taken it. Then also a pretty important chart to me is the Ethereum chart on a weekly time frame. What we saw is we had a support zone here and we broke it right here. So we saw a major pump towards the upside, which is pretty exciting. But what we see right now is we are testing this old support line, which is now resistance, Exactly, and we see a small rejection from it right now. So it's pretty important what we will do right here. If we move down towards the upside, it's probably a big resistance line we need to flip into support. But also, if we break it and we can flip it in support again, it can be a very good sign. But for now, you really want to keep this in mind and look at this chart, because yeah, you're rejecting from it right now, and it is a big resistance point. You need to flip for higher prices for Ethereum, so that's pretty important to look at and look out for. Then also the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. So this is probably one of the most important charts if you look at alt season. So we really want to look at this charts to know when we need to flip to altcoins, or maybe rather have our money into Bitcoin. What we can see is that we have our last support zone. We're currently at it right now. This is a pretty important zone, because if you see this one break, you probably will go back towards the start of the impulse, and that's yeah, around here. And that is not what you want, because now you want to keep the momentum into Ethereum and into altcoins. If this chart breaks down, it probably means Bitcoin will pick up momentum again, and that's not what you want to see if you want to have an alt season. So yeah, it's pretty exciting to see what we will do at this zone. You really want to get support here and maybe go further on towards the upside to have an alt season. So that's pretty important to look out for right now. And then the liquidations in the market, as we can see yesterday, it was pretty volatile day, but people were leveraging too much, and that's always the case. If you have pumped so hard, people will open high confidence level and high leverage trades. So that means that people yeah, have their positions open, and if the price moves directly from here, people will make money. And if there is one thing you need to learn from the market, is that 90% will lose money. So the best thing to do is to take those people out, especially with high leverage trades. That's exactly what we saw yesterday, because in 24 hours, $680 million got wrecked, $460 million in longs, and $250 million in short. And as we can see right here, we see that most of this came from Ethereum. So there was 200 millions of Ethereum longs liquidated, and on Bitcoin it was 80 million and 95 million on short. So that's pretty good to see, in my opinion, because every time we see such a shakeout like this, there will be a big move afterwards, because they need to shake out the people before the market moves again. So I think this is a pretty good sign to see some volatility upcoming right here. And also, we talked about this yesterday on this chart. I said also there is liquidity above here and below here. So I wouldn't mind if we take it out. This is exactly what we saw, because we saw a pump exactly towards the liquidity here, and this was a trade we could take. Also, what we see right now is a price moves directly down afterwards and take the liquidity out of this lower side. What does this mean, and how can we anticipate on this? Like I've said, people are not in position anymore, so people are neutral. This is exactly when the market will move. So I think, because we took the liquidity on both sides, that we don't have a really good direction. So I think the market will move in the upcoming days. A pretty nice move will come because of we take out the liquidity. So that's pretty important to know. Also, there will is pretty breaking news here. Meta Planet just added 1,000 Bitcoin worth of $104 million to their stack, and they're holding right now 7,800 Bitcoin. And this is something we really see the last period of time, that so many companies are buying Bitcoin, Ethereum. BlackRock is buying every single day. These companies just keeps buying, and this stacks up. If 100 companies add 78 100 Bitcoin to their stack, there will be a shock supply because there are 21 million Bitcoin. So this is pretty important to see, and pretty good to see that big companies believe in Bitcoin and also want to buy it and really buy it. So it's pretty important to see, and yeah, this is something that we will see in the future much more. But for now, it's pretty good. And yeah, this was it for today's video. If you want to never miss the trades I discussed yesterday, like this short on Ethereum and like this long on Bitcoin, please make sure to follow me over on YouTube, and also follow me on X, because I will get you updated there every single hour of the day. And every day I will make a daily update on YouTube. So please make sure to follow me there to never miss a move again. Then I will see you tomorrow by a new video and a new update.